I'm delighted to have my next guest on because there's so much I want to speak to him about. He's got a new book covering the incredible Catherine, Princess of Wales. It's out on the 1st of August. Robert Jobson, the Royal Editor. Good evening. How are you?
Hi, Jeremy. Yeah, I'm very proud it just come through today. So well,
where's my copy? Would be the first.
No, this is the only one but you'll get it.
This is, by the way, peeps, this is a book to go and get. This man knows everything and does it properly. Can I just tell you something? I'm going to make you smile. There's one forget that she turned up at Wimbledon in a purple dress. We'll talk about it. Forget everything. Do you know who I feel sorry for this weekend?
Go on.
Louis. His brother went to the bloody football in Berlin and his sister went to bloody Wimbledon with his mother. This poor boy was sat at home with his nanny crying with his Haribo going, I haven't gone anywhere. I felt sorry for Prince Louis.
He was probably delighted that he had it all to himself. He was probably running amok now in Louis. But,
what an amazing moment. You know I think she's Iron Kate. You know how much I think of the Royals, but I think Catherine Middleton is incredible. The standing ovation. She even gets the colour of the dress right, doesn't she, when she comes out, the purple of Wimbledon with the green. Wonderful moment, Robert, wonderful moment.
Yeah, it was. The standing ovation, I think, and the applause was wonderful. It was a moment. She loves tennis, and she does that role with aplomb. Everyone had a sneaking inkling that she was going to turn up if she was feeling well enough, but she looked very, very well. And I think, you know, after her efforts for Trooping the Colour a month ago, no, I just think it was the perfect moment. She was there with her sister. She was there with her little girl, Princess Charlotte. And it was a lovely moment, a really English, British moment, if you like. And she looked amazing. So, yeah, may that journey to full health continue. And, yeah, I think she's a real star.
I mean, by the way, her daughter was incredible and she was completely gobsmacked when she met Emma Raducanu. But I just think the thing about Kate is, and it is Diana-esque. She transcends, I think this is a really important point, she transcends class, she transcends everything. Very much like the Queen did, very much like Diana did. And I think, obviously, it probably don't come out right, but what she's going through, I think, has further cemented in people's minds just the sort of person that she is and how important she is to the monarchy. I think she's absolutely incredible. I'm very biased. I really think she is.
Well, Jeremy, you're absolutely right, because I mean, I've been writing books for a long time, but she's captured the imagination. I mean, this book alone has, around Europe, has been translated into 20 different languages. That's how interested all the European publishers are.
Why do you think she is so popular, Robert? You wrote the book.
Obviously, what's happened in the last few months has been very, very traumatic, but it's that moment that she's gone from being this girl from Berkshire that's, you know, yes, comes from a good family, but her journey is quite remarkable. Her children are princes and princesses. Her husband's born to be king and a prince. Her father-in-law is the king. Yeah, she was the girl that went to work on a bus, you know, on a London bus. And so she's probably keeping them in touch, the monarchy, at a time they do need to stay in touch and at a time of transition. And that's why I think the king, not only does he adore her as a daughter that he never had, but I think he realises just how important she is at the heart of the family and at the heart of this new modern royal family that's going forward.
I think that's a really good point, because we all know from the past with the late, amazing Diana, right, that there was jealousy in the royal family at the adulation, at the media coverage. Charles would admit this, I think. Certain family members as well didn't like it, didn't understand it, perhaps, is a better thing. It's almost as if Charles, forgetting the fact that his son is completely enamoured with his wife, which is fantastic, it's almost as if Charles understands, to modernise, to sustain, for the monarchy to continue, that Kate is that bridge. I really feel like that they can't over-egg how much of a bridge she is between. When the Queen died, Robert, we were talking lots on the telly and the radio, and I remember saying something to you, and you said I'd known nothing other than the Queen for my 60 years, 59 years, and I literally, I think in 30, 40 years' time, a lot of kids will say that about Catherine, Princess of Wales. I really do.
But I think that moment, as you just call it, Catherine, the Princess of Wales, which is, you know, the title of what the book is, because there's the transformation. We've been talking about Kate Middleton all this time. We talk about the Duchess of Cambridge. Now she is probably, I mean, my understanding was that she didn't particularly, you know, it was a difficult act to follow Diana, but there's only been about 11 Princess of Wales. It's in all our history. And so the reality is, which is quite amazing, that role, she's filling that role now. And there is no, the word, the Princess of Wales, doesn't, immediately make you think of Diana. She has grown into that role, and I think she's going to be incredibly important as going forward during this transition. But you see the King, there's no jealousy at the attention she gets. He understands that she's a beautiful woman.
But that's really interesting for me, because that's him. Maybe he's got 10 years, 50, I don't know, but that's him understanding, for me, how important the monarchy is. It's not just about one person, and we're going to try and do a whole interview. Well, we're going to try and do one interview without mentioning, but the Montecito Massive, as I call them, they don't seem to see the bigger picture. It seemed very much to be about what, and the irony of that is, of course, is that when they got married outside my bloody door, whatever that was, they were on the crest of a wave, and that was thrown away. But I think she's so special, Robert. I really do.
And you're in a big group of people that believe that now, and I think more than ever after the attacks that were made upon both William and Catherine, you'll see now, I think, just how important they are, and how many people now absolutely support them, the way that they raise their children, or the way they bring them out in public at the right moments to support the country and to help benefit people in need, from homelessness to mental health to young children. I think all of these things, they're showing themselves to be the embodiment of service, which ultimately is what the monarchy is about.
But I think that's the point. Service is what the monarchy is about. The old man taught me that, you know that. But actually within that, the confines of service and the model and the family, they do appear to be what's the word? Reachable. I mean, him going to the football and just, through gritted teeth saying well done to Spain and hugging all the British players. Young George. My wife wants Oliver's hair to be like George's. So we're in that at the moment. Get me the bloody hairdresser that does his hair. It's cool. And Charlotte going with them. I think that the royal family with her feels nearer and feels more real.
Seems nearer, seems warmer, seems more in touch with real people, and I think that is essential going forward. We don't know how the monarchy is going to evolve over the next 30, 40 years, but as you say, I think on reflection, when in several years' time from now, people will look back at this moment and realise how important she is. I think at the Duke of Edinburgh's funeral, and I think that stunning picture by Chris Jackson when she was just looked down the lens and it was just looked immaculate. I think she was the one that held it all together then, and you could see she was stepping into a role, an important matriarchal role, really, going forward.
I completely agree. Can I just say on the QT between you and me, it's the wife's birthday on the 5th of August. She's a massive Catherine fan. In fact, once walking a long walk, she waved at us. She was very excited. So if you could get me a signed copy to Victoria.
It'll be done. It will be done. And also, I'll make sure you get the details of the launch party, which will be on the 1st of August. I won't say where.
I'll be there, mate, the launch party. But send a book to Victoria. Happy birthday, Robert. That saves me buying a present for 25 quid.
No problem. It will be done.